This is a CBS News special report. I'm Tony DeCopel in New York. The Labor Department's newest weekly report on jobless claims shows the coronavirus is continuing to hurt the U.S. economy. The last two reports were historic. They showed around 10 million Americans had filed for unemployment. That is more jobs lost in a matter of 2 weeks than in the entire 18 months of the Great Recession. The new report out this morning shows 6.6 million additional Americans filed jobless claims in the prior week. That matches the week before, which was a record. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us to dig through these numbers. Jill, good morning. So we were hearing estimates of up to 7 million. We're in a little bit under that. Is that good news, or is this as catastrophic as the past 2 weeks?
I think it's terrible news across the board. And now that we see these numbers in broad daylight, they even look worse for these 3 weeks. Now, I just want to put this in context. During the entire recovery from the Great Recession, the U.S. economy added about 20 million jobs. We are nearing those job losses just in 3 or 4 weeks. So this is a staggering report. The previous week was revised a little bit higher. So even worse for the previous week. The records continue to just blow the minds of every economist and every American who sees the numbers come in, some of whom are feeling it day to day in their lives.
Yeah, when economists review these numbers, they use terms like mind-boggling, the bonkers. Very unscientific terms. These are once-in-a-generation figures. Retail, restaurants, hospitality, those have been the industries hit hardest first. Where is this crisis going from here?
Well, I think the good news is that when we kind of push forward, we will likely see the tapering off of these numbers. What we don't know is just how long people are going to be sidelined. It's such a strange thing about the health pandemic, because in order to get to this root cause of the financial problem, we've got to cure the health problem. To cure the health problem, businesses have to shutter. We have to stay home. That makes these numbers, these economic reports, terrible. But we really must do this in order to safely see the return of workers to their payrolls. I'm hopeful that some of the Small Business Administration loans will bring some of these folks who are sidelined back onto their payrolls. They won't go to work, but at least they'll be getting paid during this time.
Unemployment is supposed to cushion a period like this for Americans who need it. And in fact, the federal government has added to that cushion $600 a week. But we hear reports of people struggling to get access to those benefits. What's the holdup?
Well, these systems that are run through the states were not built to process 15, 16 million people over the course of just 3 weeks. There's also the problem that many states have these legacy mainframe technology systems that have not been kept up to date. You know, it's like anything else. When times are going well, you don't invest in the things you don't think you need. The technology that supports the state unemployment systems, they're old and they need help. And hopefully, when the government adds money to state coffers, this will be an area where we see some improvement. But right now, it is incredibly frustrating for those who are trying to get these much-needed unemployment benefits.
All right, Jill Schlesinger, thank you very much. And this is not a repeat. 6 million additional Americans lost their jobs in the past week, according to new numbers out just this morning. Our coverage will continue on our 24-hour streaming network, CBSN. You can watch it at cbsnews.com or on the CBS News app. There will be more to come on your local news on the CBS station and, of course, tonight on the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell. Many of you will now return to CBS This Morning. This has been a CBS News special report. I'm Tony DeCopel, CBS News, New York.